I'm gonna keep trying to lay into this motherfucker with some sure cuts.
Do you have momentum?
I did get hit, so no, you're right. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I did get hit.
Yeah, you
So
should
never
mark
mind.
whether
I
or
won't
not you
do that.
have momentum. There is a state for it.
I do use the state, I just forgot
Okay, yeah.
that this required that. So in that case, I will do another bleed thing.
That hits and kills her. Spallation Tentacle goes to 4. Fancy.
Fancy takes her quick action to, like, wheel her eyes at the yellow mist.
It is quickly dissipating.
Maybe she should just keep going west. She's starting to think. She'll take a move action to step up towards this one because this Tananim dragon thing attacked someone else, and Fancy will ask her questions of the cripple later. And Fancy will attack Largath. This will be at a -2 to the attack roll. 21 versus armor class.
That is just a hit.
And that is a nat... What? What's that?
I will interrupt this program to continue with an attempt. Is this enough, perhaps?
That would be at a -4 penalty because you're dazed.
Yeah.
Also, that is not enough either way.
Escalation.
That is not enough.
Okay.
My damage. Instead, how about you take some non-magical healing, Gil-Galad, and pull it fucking together.
Okay.
You can heal using recovery with plus 4d4. Because there's
plus
4d4.
You say.
Yes, plus 4d4.
Let's say 4d4.
Really nice.
It is an 18. Nice.
That's plus 44. That's a lot. Wow.
And I think I can take this immediately.
Yeah, it's not a magical healing effect.
Okay, so I feel a lot better. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sponsor.
Right. Yes. It is Fancy. That'll end her turn.
Yeah. Graham.
Oh.
Assemble.
The best 20 ever.
The power.
Feel the hurt of 2 damage.
Yep, that's a crit.
Yes.
Etterling crit twice this battle.
Yes,
Like doesn't even use the weapon, just like slaps it across the face. And let's see if I can follow that up with a long axe attack.
Yep.
You gotta show her your strength.
Yeah, let's do that. Search the strength for 4 extra.
He is staggered. She is staggered. Who knows what she is?
Dead.
Probably.
He's not quite dead yet. Anrakyn.
Death. Null? Null? Null?
No.
Okay. Well, he will try to get away. He seems rather confused at the moment.
I'm not gonna stride away so calmly this time now.
No. Yeah.
Did it.
Yep.
And then he'll shoot her with a ray of frost. For maximum
19.
damage.
That is a hit. And she doesn't look well. What's your death roll range?
5.
Then it's not in death roll range.
That's unfortunate. He, yeah. It looks like he's barely able to stand, and he won't do anymore.
Okay. Well, she will first of all try to disengage with a -2 and fail. It's a bunch of armored things and an undead thing, so she will try to disengage again and fail, and that's her turn. Gil-Galad.
Okay, let's see.
Gets
So
smacked
now
with
I
his
take-
healing.
Yes, so now my magic gets at work, finally. As it is catching up with reality. Bring me maximum health again. Nice, feel perfect. So let's see, I guess I will focus for now. And that will be all.
Okay,
Save
Dimezz.
against your dazed effect.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh yes, I have to do that
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. There you go. Nothing happened.
How does intercepting work? Can I basically stand here and then like wait for her to move away on her next turn and try to intercept her so she can't get away? Or
Yes.
yeah, I want to try that then. I'm gonna kind of stand at the ready for that.
Okay. Escalation die goes to 5. Fancy. It is quite clear. It is quite clear to Fancy that this dragon thing wants to do only one thing, which is run away.
Yeah, well, Fancy still upset over the cuts on her unarmed hands so long ago. She, she's apologized to people before. She's knocked people unconscious before. She's pled for people's lives before. She's a little upset right now because she's a free, wild, emotionful individual. So emotional, in fact, that that's going to be 11 points of damage.
And that is enough to kill her as well.
Her mind locked in, Fancy lifts the silver greatsword, and as the Tannum is trying to like swerve away and like begin fleeing, Fancy will cut down the dragon with a neat hack right into like the brow.
Combat is over.
Oh, and because why not make this overkill? Manaki! Heal
Yes.
using recovery with plus 5d4 healing.
Yes, so much healing.
That's right.
All the healing.
I think that'll be enough.
I think that covers you.
That's more than I have, like you told.
That is a good healing. Alright. Oh, blessing goes away.
So let's see. Within a short rest, I believe all the conditions are lifted.
Yes, you may take a short rest here.
As, Fancy won't be taking a short rest as she wheels around and begins chasing after the foppish man who will get himself killed otherwise, running and screaming into the wilderness.
Ram looks to
Come back,
Anrakyn
fuckers, man.
as he says, excuse you.
Anrakyn leans very heavily on his staff and looks at Graham. He looks very solemn and he says, I don't know what that was.
That kinda hurt, you know.
He nods. I felt it as well. He sort of clutches at his midsection.
I think it took care of our problem a lot more effectively.
It wasn't my intention. I was planning to try to shoot a ray of frost at the fleeing black dragon, but something happened. Something. Blinks, clutches again. He seems to have pains in his stomach.
Who is carrying the miracle cure at the moment?
Quickly! You know, I'm already dead. What's the worst that can happen?
Double dead.
No, I mean the vial of healing potion that Jax has given you. Well, not healing potion. You know better now.
Well, I don't have it.
I think Anrakyn did.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly
Anrakyn
not
has
me.
it.
Wherever it is currently,
Yes.
even in a backpack, it is quite, well, what's the word here? Feelable. It's getting very warm.
You see Anrakyn sort of,
Capturing the souls from around here.
he staggers a little bit, he fumbles in the backpack and picks out the vial, or perhaps from within his coat.
The swirling mist inside of the vial has turned from its sort of neutral, foggish white color to the same color that essentially escaped Anrakyn.
Anrakyn looks at it, aghast. And then he quickly puts it inside his coat again, shaking his head. Bad omens. Very bad.
So, we should deal with this slaughter field.
Well,
The wild is
unfortunate
like
as it was.
burning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we kind of did clear the area of some extra monsters.
Yes,
Although,
we did. But this
seems there
man,
was, yes, at least one casualty that should not be.
we should bring him with us to Freedom's Hold.
Indeed.
Yes, speaking of the man, Fancy does find him, or at least could find him, after just a couple steps. He seems to have been hiding, well, behind a bush, really. Not very well hidden at all, but some distance away, but still in vision range, essentially.
Fancy is in impolite mode right now. Greatsword is like thrust into the ground, you know, like swaying in the breeze. Fancy uses her strong hand to like grab the man by like the shirt and like pick him up out of the bush.
Yeah, he's not that heavy. And he doesn't seem to resist, mostly because it seems like he wouldn't even know how to. So he kind of pulls up his arms in an I am unarmed fashion, or rather a panic reaction. Squeaks a little bit and says, I saw everything. I don't think you need to be worried about this whole provoked self-defense thing again, because, well...
You also said that we wouldn't have anything to worry about if we came here.
He swallows, nods. Yes, I did say, I did not see this. I'm being quite honest when I'm saying that I had nothing to do with any of this. I figured
being
that...
honest? This is the first time Fancy's asked this in a long time, and the first time in this campaign. Fancy narrows her eyes suspiciously.
Okay, roll me a read the dude skill check.
Now, I would ask you, Sheep, that when you ask people to roll these things, are you confident to accept? Are you willing to accept what happens if the roll goes in a horrible way? Because if this man suddenly dies today, can you accept him being gone?
I could, sure.
Okay.
Make it secret.
All right. Let me go ahead and backspace so I can select the roll secret approach. Roll secret, 1d20. What's that modifier? Yes, it's that. There.
Lassie does not seem like the person who could bring out a believable lie, even if his life depended on it.
Okay. Fancy, her eyes still narrowed, says, right. So you're incompetent then, instead of a liar. That's good. I'm going to be walking you back to a big city now. Because you would not survive at all anywhere out here in the wilderness. Your foppish looks and friendly smile and good nature might carry you well in the city, but this is the wilderness, and we've just been attacked, and we're not entirely sure what happened here. So if you try running from me, I'm going to knock you unconscious and carry you over my shoulder just to save your life. But I would really appreciate it if you followed along.
He swallows again. I would like to say that you are a very reasonable lady. Gives a weak smile.
who does not live in the Free City.
I will mark that down in my files and update it as soon as I have the chance.
Is Freedom's Hold acceptable for you?
Yes.
Good. Fancy lets him go.
He stands up from the iron grip, kind of fiddles with his clothing a bit, and then proceeds to look lost again, kind of waiting on you to basically move out so you can follow.
Yeah, I think the Edeling will carry this man. That's a good use for him.
Wait to, be done with the prayers and send his soul directly to, I guess, some proper afterlife. And then you can use his body as evidence.
Fancy.
It's a very crude way of saying it.
And pretty confident the body is going to be severely deteriorated by the time we get back to anyone who'd care about analyzing it.
Mm-hmm. Still, the body is empty now.
I'm sure they have a fane or some such. Actually, maybe Larcy would know what's the proper...
For a body?
representative of the architect.
Oh, well, he isn't entirely sure, but his best bet would be to bring the body back to Grand Castle so that whoever is responsible for him, or related to him rather, can take care of it.
Sure. Larcy will help you get it to Freedom's Hold, and you can take it from there.
He smiles weakly within. I didn't ask for any of this smile.
You literally did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said, I want to go for this.
Don't you? Fancy gives him the look of like that scolding, like motherly look of, don't you even get fucking started with whoever asked for what. Because I'll tell you everything about I did what I didn't ask for.
Anrakyn comes down to the group. He seems to have gathered himself a little bit, although he certainly seems quite tired. He looks around and says, I'm sorry. As I told Graham, I don't know what came over me. It's just... it welled up, and I couldn't stop it.
Are you well enough to travel to Freedom's Hold?
He stops for a few breaths, seemingly to feel for it, and then he nods slowly. Yes, the pain has passed.
Perhaps there is someone there who can look into whatever you did, including yourself, then.
Yes.
Let's go. Fop.
He nods eagerly.
He meant like sword pointed at his back.
No, that's sheathed. It's more of like that motherly disapproving look.
She's disappointed with you, and she will put you to bed.
No supper.
Out dinner.
And whenever she tucks you in her bedroll, you are going to realize just how much you have disappointed her.
It will be very snug and firm.
All right, let's take a short toilet break here, 5 minutes or so, and I'll be back in a bit.
Sure.
All the Mendel demons.
So there's allegedly some grey dragon out to get us for some reason.
Yeah, he's set us up.
I, as the player, had my suspicions considering, like, the Greys and, like, how their attitudes towards religions that don't conform. Say, Gil-Galad. Or Fancy.
Why are we traveling with these religious deviants? I mean, what is...
Not that deviant.
Yeah, you say as you exude this vilest mist that harms everyone in the group.
Sir, I am a necromancer.
But
I have not been attacked once for being a necromancer. We have been attacked twice because of you people's religion. So I am...
No, you were attacked because you offended a dragon.
Well, I mean, he fucked the dragon.
Oh, man.
Vorgil did in his holy text say, in fact, fuck the dragon.
Yes, I do believe.
So it takes the pass.
Quoth the text, fuck the dragon.
He saw the dragon and he killed it. That is That is his attitude to
Aduial.
dragons.
Oh, yay, say it on to Gabriel.
Hence, when we arrived in this continent, a lot of dragon smashing was had. And Graham is not used to not having dragon smashing, which is... These wilders are kind of bad people anyway, so it's good to dragon smash
those
them.
who smash the dragons.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Like, they're only that big if they've killed a lot of people. So...
You know, and I think it is highly indicative of the world we live in, where we're not interested in collecting dragon scales, considering how many tenants are interested in us already.
I have. I have.
Just walk around with the cloaks. That's my tenon cloak, kind of skin cloak.
I have scales.
My
of the dragons.
skull shield.
I have blood as well. Yes.
Yeah.
And when we need to enact
So
that.
Tenonim are not
ritual-
like true dragons. They don't all have awesome scales. Though I guess these ones might.
I don't know. I just collect them because I'm a spellcaster.
Remember every kill.
And I want to collect things that can be
I'm
magical
creepy that
reagents.
way.
I'm also a necromancer.
Graham does not collect these
That have
things.
death mist coming out of me. Well, I will be right back, I guess.
It's grey. The problem with that is that nobody's going to believe that he's after us because the grey are known for they're grey because they're super neutral and have no personality, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Wilders, or the Wilders dying is not, the worst thing to ever happen. It's just that we had an opportunity to choose how this was going to escalate for us. We choose to have it escalate by walking away and never going, or have it escalate by actually going.
Well, it's not like, if you ignore it, it will go away. It just happened to...
No, I mean,
probably they would chase us or something.
I think these Wilder things have been ignored for a while, and they haven't gone away.
I mean, if they had found, the dead body without us even being there, they would actually have proper reason to
I
accuse
think
us.
Dragon wouldn't have killed him if we weren't here.
I don't
You'd
know.
be like, they insulted me and killed the petty human I brought with me. Here's his body, as he puts the broken body of Larcy down. Just like,
I mean,
tried to stop them.
if he's
I
not
was sworn
about
not to
killing someone,
intervene. And then-
he would find a way. The problem is why.
It will work for Yeah, presumably not because he has, it could be religiously motivated, but doesn't seem like, if he really wanted to kill us, he could just do that. Or try anyway.
Well, you know, as well as anyone else, that it's not just about, some powerful entity just I could kill you. No, it's about, the look of it. You know, you sacrifice the pawns, you manipulate the pawns. You don't just say, fuck the pawns.
It's
You have
obviously
them
not
get fucked by
attacking.
someone.
It's not attacking us. It's attacking the religion we represent. So killing us it's not enough. Right?
Maybe. Yeah. I'm sure it's not the last we've seen of him. All the establishment.
Obviously not.
This dragon dictatorship where we're called before their tribunal.
I know, how many fucking things are just gonna cost us on the road? Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the news? You've been causing trouble.
Do
But
you know what
even
happened
that-
to the 4 dragons that tried to accost us? Do you think you are tougher?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I am. According to my character sheet here, I'm a champion tier in a
As you
base.
can-
I got 16 minotaurs with me here.
As you can see clearly.
Then again, the Grey may have nothing to do with this.
Oh, he
Like,
does.
this
And
one
totally
Grey...
does.
Personally, probably not, no.
And as
No,
our
I mean-
party falls into ruin and utterly collapses, I can be satisfied in the story I told of someone who tried to avoid fighting.
Yeah. You valiantly tried.
Didn't even have my weapon drawn.
Mm.
All right. Everyone back?
I believe so.
I reckon.
Probably wrong.
If they weren't here, they would have said something by now, so we're good to continue.
That's a good, yeah, sure.
I'm here.
That's how it works.
Jonas?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Then let us continue. As you make your way to Freedom Souls, dragging/carrying the very conscious body of Belasi, who regrets everything.
Like Hemet Kalingi is the one being like carried. I don't think Larcy's being carried unless he's dragging his feet like, no, I don't want to go to Freedom Souls. And if he's gonna do that pouting shit the entire way, Fancy will knock his ass out.
Enterling's got Hemet sort of taken up in both arms, walking with him like that.
Alright, let's drag these over here.
I can't walk. We have to have a break.
No,
My feet hurt.
Far. Are we there yet?
He's quite determined, if not quite able, to try to keep up with you.
Good, wonderful.
Nice.
That's good, because if he gives me any sass, I'm not cooking for him. He's not eating. I don't think he brought enough rations for this.
Yeah.
No. He will occasionally mention that while he has initially complained about the uncomfortable saddle, flying would be really great right now because it's so much fast, but he shuts up quickly.
Fancy says, let that be a lesson, appreciating something when you no longer have it.
Nods eagerly. Getting back to the road does take quite a while, and the rest of the way to Freedom Soul takes another couple days. But there's nothing that really costs you. No bandits, no more sudden meetings.
So what can you tell me, Thop, about the Tenem that you rode along with?
Well, I can tell you this much. Imagine me sitting in a... That's not very helpful. Imagine me meeting him while I was trying to talk to my superior. They were talking about this and that, and apparently also that the Wilder Court has been called against, as it turns out, all of you here, and that Warwick would go and deliver the message. And I, being the eager little bureaucracy drone that I am, figured, wait a minute, that's not great, because if I was to be accosted by an enormous Tenenem that undoubtedly has not attained his size by simply doing bureaucracy, I would be worried, and perhaps not think clearly. And not thinking clearly is the death of bureaucracy.
Right,
Make
so
mistakes.
what were you supposed to do, Larcy, after that you and the Tenenem delivered the message and we had the Wilder Court? Was he going to carry you back?
Yes, in fact, and that would have been that. That would have been my little adventure, which didn't quite turn out the way I thought it would.
So where did Warwick go?
He shrugs. I'm not entirely sure. I'm confused by a lot of things. Why did he say that we had Hammett, or the representative with us, when clearly we didn't, and he knows, or knew?
Have you
If
ever
I had
seen
to
Warwick
point-
smile before? Because Warwick certainly smiled at the Wilders before flying away.
Now that you mention it, I really have not. He is not the type to smile or do anything that would imply any sort of reaction to anything ever.
I don't think any of the Grey are supposed to smile. No.
Well, the Grey are not entirely emotionless, as it were. They just think that emotions might have something to do with their instincts, as it were, and they are certainly against those kinds of things. In fact, they are quite opposite to the Wilders, who embrace them, in a sense. Shrugs.
How did Warwick react whenever you said that you wanted to go?
Well, he's unsurprisingly very hard to read. He didn't refuse. I don't think he could have refused, really. He couldn't really say that it's beyond his dignity or whatever to carry someone because he has done it before, but he sure as hell wasn't eager either. My superior, however, found it a great idea that I showed this initiative, so he let me go with him.
Have you ever ridden on a Tenonym before?
Can't say that I have, and, well, it was uncomfortable, but very quick. Not many of the Tenonym, as far as I'm aware, can, or are as enduring as Warwick was, though. He is one of the bigger ones, at least. Cloud Dragons might definitely rival his endurance, but shrugs. It's still rare. It's likely that that's even why he is one of the messengers, because he can fly so long.
Yes, curious though that an element of this bureaucracy just faded away because you were supposed to be carried back after the court, and yet you've been forgotten.
And with a smile, too.
And without the body of the dead representative.
Yes, it is almost as if
We were set up by him.
Almost as if you didn't matter, Larcy.
he frowns a bit, but just a bit. As he looks Fancy in the eyes for a moment, with a serious, sort of serious gaze at least, and says, "Lady, I work in the bureaucracy. The first thing we're taught is that we are not a bond."
How can you live with that, being told and working for an organization that impresses upon you that you are unimportant?
Well, it also impresses upon me that the greater good, the greater picture, as it were, is what we are working for. We form the greater picture.
Yes,
Puzzle.
yes. And what greater picture, what puzzle piece have you formulated here, Larcy?
I'm not entirely sure yet. My intention for going into politics in the first place was to make sure that the peace we have, the coexistence, as it were, lasts, but I don't think today helped that particular thing.
Almost seems like a setback for peace, doesn't it, Larcy?
I can't disagree with that, yes.
So, Sip, apparently the Grey and the Wielder have a very opposing view on things.
They do.
So perhaps he was not really setting us up, perhaps he was setting the Wielders up.
They they used our work with the elves as an excuse to get us here. It seems likely also that might play a factor.
That was the Wielders. They
If he was setting them up, then he would not have made the body of the representative look like it had been stabbed with swords.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, because he wanted to provoke the Wilders into thinking that men were responsible, which would have only enraged them,
Yes.
provoking them to attack us where they would die.
Yes,
Pretty
and
much.
now we have slain not one, but 5 Wildlers altogether, while someone could argue working in conjunction with the elves, maybe sparking a war between them or something.
Sounds possible.
We could be construed as an assassination squad.
And this will be interpreted by parties however those parties want to interpret it.
Indeed.
If they wanted something to be mad about, they would find something, I'm sure.
I think that's what they did.
That matters little to us, though. We'll see how things pan out.
Keep slaughtering all attackers, yes?
Well, I for one do
Just
not
worked
like to
so
be
far.
used like that.
Anrakyn snorts. I suppose.
Yeah, Larcy, following this discussion a bit in the background, has gone rather white in his face all of a sudden, as if he has realized something. So he'll look over towards Fancy and in a sort of half whisper says, "If someone wanted to get the Wilders to attack and be killed by you in self-defense, then it wouldn't really make sense to leave witnesses who could then say that it was in fact Warwick who set the entire thing up. Of course, witnesses wouldn't be so bad if those witnesses were people who might not be believed, such as
fancy pats like Larcy, like on the shoulder, in that matronly, like motherly way that she's had.